Okay, we're ready for our workbook page, Math page 259. Start with putting your name on the top, please. Let's take a look at number 1. If you look at the clock on the wall of the first picture, on the grass on the second picture, and on the dresser in the third picture, each one of them have a specific time. You need to figure out what the time is, and then by looking at what the children are doing, is it that time in the AM or in the PM? I told you yesterday that there's 24 hours in a day. Now there's only 12 hours on a clock. So that means that the first 12 hours is called AM, and the next 12 hours is called PM. So there's a 9 o'clock AM and a 9 o'clock PM. So the first picture is 9 o'clock. Is the boy doing his schoolwork at 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night? Even at home, doing work at 9 o'clock at night is pretty late. So the boy is doing it at 9 a.m. You can do the other two after this video. Number 2 is your thermometer. On a thermometer, we count by tens for the big numbers and by twos on the small lines. You need to find a red crayon or a red marker or a red pen. Start at the bottom when you color a thermometer. We start at the bottom and work our way up. The first one is 20 degrees, so I count by tens. 10, 20. The best thing to do is to draw a line across and then color down. So you're going to fill this space up, not this space up, but it's easiest to color down. You'll do the other two the same way for 78 degrees and 54 degrees. 20 degrees, 78, and 54. Which is the coldest? Yes, 28 degrees is the coldest. Okay, let's look at the back, page 260. This is what we talked about in our video today. Greater than and less than. And I had my alligator friends with you. Here's a smaller size of them. The alligator always eats the bigger number. Now, I'll tell you how to read the sentence once we mark our paper. But what you need to remember is the alligator eats the bigger number. You can make alligator fingers with your fingers. Alligator mouth with your fingers. Chomp, 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 chomp. Look over here at my poster. If the bigger number is on this side, because we read left to right. So if the bigger number is here, then we read the sentence, this number is greater than this number. If the bigger number is on this side, because we read from left to right, we would read this number is less than this number. Now we'll talk a later time that sometimes they are the same, but we're going to focus right now on greater than or less than. And it eats the bigger number as to which way it faces. Let's do a couple of activities on your paper. 42 and 35. The alligator eats the bigger number. So which way should our alligator teeth face? Yes, they should face to the 40. They should face the 42. So we're going to use the one that is greater than. I'll show you. 42 is greater than 35 is how we read it. Because the alligator is eating the 42. We read left to right. So we would read this, 42 is greater than 35. They also circled the 42 to help you since this is your first time. All right, we'll go ahead and do this one together. They said to circle the bigger number since this is your first time. So they circled 100. Now, which alligator mouth, or look, bird beak, that's cute, would you use? This time we will use the less than because the 100 is bigger, so it's going to face this direction. And we read left to right, so we would read that 79 is less than 100. I'm going to let you try the next 4, and when I get your paper, I will be able to see if you understand. Number 2 and number 3, we're going to do together. Number 2, I'm going to say a number, and you need to find that number if it's there. If the number's not there, then you mark NH, which means not here. Letter A, find the number 172. 172. Okay, you should have found the number that looks like this. 172. So it was there. That is 172. Okay, the next one is 54. The next one is 54. So I didn't say a number in the hundreds column. So it starts with 50 and then it ends with 4. So there's 2 digits. Okay, this is what you should have found. 5 tens and 4 ones is 54. One more. This number is 138. 138. Did you find it? This is what it looks like. 100, 3 tens, and 8 ones. And it is not on your paper. So you should have marked NH for not here. Did we trick you? I think probably not. You're a pretty smart bunch. Number 3, we're working with fractions. Now, before we do the activity in your book, I have some flowers here on my tray. So on my tray, let's count how many flowers I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to make the fraction 1/3. I want 1/3 of 9. So I'm going to break them into how many groups? 3 groups. So here will be group 1, here will be group 2, and here will be group 3. Another one for you, another one for you, another one for you. Another one for you, another one for you, another one for you. So I have 3 groups with 3 in each group. Let's look at your paper. Count how many, count how many kites there are, different kinds of kites. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 kites. Now we want to break them into thirds just like my flowers. And we know from my flowers that there can be 3 in each group. So if we put 3 in this group, we're only circling 1/3. So you only need to circle the first 3. But just to be able to show you, as you can see, there would be 3 for this group, and there would still be 3 for this group. It's important that we are even, that we give the same number to each group. So if we give 3 to this group, we still have enough that 2 more people could have 3 kites. We only need to circle 1 group of 3. Okay, let's do these flowers at the bottom. Okay. Oh, here's my flowers. Okay, I got to add a few more flowers here. Now, again, we're still going to work with thirds, but I'm adding a few more. So let's count how many I have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we want to circle 1/3. We want to circle one of 3 groups. So step 1 is to break them up into 3 groups. So one here, and one here. Here we go. One for you, one for you, one for you. One for you, one for you, one for you. One for you, one for you, one for you. All right, this group has 1, 2, 3, 4. This group has 1, 2, 3, 4. And this group has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in each group, and I have 3 groups. So on your paper, you're going to circle the first 4 flowers. Now, we're only circling one group of 4. But just so you know, the other groups would have the same number. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be our second group. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be our third group. But you only need to circle one group of 4. All right, so that is working with fractions. Now go back and finish up the front of this page, and then finish the greater than and less than on the back of this page, and then your math will be over. I hope you did your speed drill. It was number 4 of the speed drill we've been working on, and I'll go ahead and take a picture of that before you mark as done today so I can see how you did yesterday, and then the other ones were done before spring break. Keep doing your best. Remember, striving for your best is what matters. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. We all learn at a different pace. But as long as you are learning and trying, that's all we ask for.